today, what is it? And it's amazing because it'll start popping out at you, whether it's a booth or a person that sits next to you or a message you hear from one of the speakers. It's pretty amazing when you do that. And so one of the things that is my intention for our session is to help you learn how to be mindful of what I call the basics. I have so many people that come up and they say, well, I'm diabetic, or I'm this, or I'm that. And really, the basics are the basics. Regardless of whether you have a diagnosis or not, the basics are the basics. And I'm going to share some of those with you. And I love the idea of raising the bar. You know, I'm human. I still eat too many things I shouldn't eat over the holidays, but I've been raising the bar over time. You know, when I have comfort food, it's not comfort food that makes me sick and puts me on the couch. It's comfort food that maybe, okay, it's done its job, but I'm not in pain or agony. It's amazing how many people are still stuck in doing things that are actually causing them not to feel like they want to go out and do life, that they want to go sleep on the couch. So raising the bar, no matter where you are in your walk with health, it's about raising that bar. And again, talking about healthy ripples. You know, you can change one habit. I have seen something as simple as chicken broth absolutely transform lives. So one thing that you do, you don't always know who's watching you. And they start to see, well, gosh, that person has more energy. Or that person, you know, used to always be in a bad mood and they're not cranky anymore. And they ask you about it. Don't be afraid to tell them. So these are my intentions for our time together. So I've shared a little bit about what a healthy habit coach is. It's a career that pretty much found me. And by helping my family walk through the allergies they had and educating myself about these principles of health, I had people start to call me and ask me, well, what did you do? How do you deal with this? And I even had folks that my doctor friends encouraged me not to become a doctor because I actually have more freedom to share information as a mom on a mission or a healthy habit coach than I would as a doctor. And some of the things that I use are nutrient-rich foods. And what are those? I'm going to talk about some of those and what I feel the principles for those are. With natural ways of healing, I'm really kind of an expert at looking at the past and figuring out the principles that really worked in the past. And how do we build that into today's lifestyle? And it's amazing when you do that. The things that my Granny Pearl taught me, they were so dead on. Only I just have to figure out how do I weave them into my life now. And I think we all have a Granny Pearl, whether her name's Pearl or not. And a big one is learning to discern. You know, if you sit here all day long, you're going to hear opposing ideas, you're going to hear complementary ideas. The idea that matters is the one that you'll implement. Now, don't go home feeling like, oh, there's all this information. Go home thinking, all right, what is that one thing that keeps bubbling up? That area that I either have to learn more about or it's been in the back of my head and it finally surfaced today. But really commit today to making one change. And it could be as simple as going out and buying a stainless steel water bottle so that you're not drinking water that's full of hormones and toxins and things like that. Something simple, something doable. And that helps you get in the ball rolling in the right direction. The other thing is finding joy in the process. I realized after I started